Hey guys, the kids are in bed, the missus is going to yoga, so it's peace time. Here is the bit of terrain that I've been hacking up in the previous videos. I've put primer on it. You can see in some places it's taken better than others. Maybe I should have put more PVA on. For example, in here you can still see some kind of wood effect coming through. There you can still see it's kind of wood where I just ripped it away. Maybe I should have done a more of a definite cut on that just to make it a bit more metallic or concrete looking. There's a bit of texture there that is kind of MDF-y. Maybe it'll come out okay if I rust effect it. Maybe it won't, who knows. I'm not too precious about getting this right first time. First time I've done a big kit like this. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to see whatever comes out of it, to be honest. This is the kind of is there something in there effect, which I think it's got potential to look good. We'll see how it goes. This PVA and baby wipe bit of material effect, you can see there that it's not hanging directly down. Actually, I did stick it against there, so I kind of asked for that, but yeah, you can get an impression of how stiff it is. It's actually quite good. I haven't tried to pull it away but it's pretty well on there. I also tried in places to like basically overpaint with primer, and it's had this cracking effect. I've already zenithal highlighted this, by the way, so that's why you can see that it's got some highlighting on it. I'm going to shade it next, which I'll share with you guys in the video. Yeah, so one thing is looking okay. I've put the air pressure down very low on my, what's it called, Airbrush. I did a video just for fun actually last night on how to change your airbrush paint in like 15 seconds. So if you are interested in changing paints very quickly, then I would recommend watching that. Something I actually really struggled with was the airbrush actually when I first got it. I kind of thought, oh no, I've just spent money on this thing that I can't use properly. It's clogging all the time. I can't change paints very quickly. Is it even possible? But then I found out that yes, it's possible to enjoy it, and once you have a few tricks up your sleeve, it's really good. So yeah, I'm gonna maybe cut up some of this just so that, to avoid the kind of long form, what's it called, video that I did for the rust effect. It was like 1 hour and 10 minutes. I'm not sure if people prefer those long videos or shorter videos. I'm really not sure. So if you have a preference and you watch these, then by all means leave a comment saying what you prefer. Because I don't want to totally douse this in shading. I want to get some of these really kind of finer details. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tighten this up so that I don't get too much paint coming through, so that it limits me to about there. If that's not enough, then I'll loosen it off. So I'm just going to do a little sort of test bit on the bottom there. So, okay, that's coming out nice and subtle. Maybe a bit more. That's probably a bit more like it. So yeah, I'm just going to try and trace out some detail, so that when we put more colour on it, it'll kind of build up different layers of nuance in the paint. Here we go, got a blockage. I sat with painting this quite a while, so I think it's just blocked. So, well, maybe not. Yeah, maybe I just need to be a bit more gung-ho with it. It's definitely not flowing perfectly, but some of the inconsistency in how it's coming out could actually help us because we're doing it as a ruin, you know, getting that kind of irregular appearance. It's definitely not flowing out properly, but we'll make it work for us. You can see that it's coming out in sort of spots and spots. I'm going to pause it and clean my brush out. Okay, I've cleaned it out a bit, and it's kind of flowing a bit more consistently now, so I'm happy to continue. Just going to tighten it up a smidge. What might have actually clogged it is when I was pulling it back without any air going through it, because it might have, like, if you think of a car, like flooding the carburetor kind of thing, it might have flooded the nozzle with just paint that wasn't being sure, definitely looking shady. I mean, it's building up detail. It does. I mean, I don't know what to make of it at the minute until I think I see it finished. I'm struggling to kind of envisage it finished at the minute. But here we go. Not sure I should shade those little dots or not. Probably leave it, because I can probably do them okay with a wash. Also not sure what to do with these. Maybe just like give them a little in places just to break up the lines. I have to admit, I'm actually quite enjoying doing this. It's pretty cool way to shade stuff, especially as for the most part of the time I've been painting things, I haven't had an airbrush, so yeah, it's good to practice. Not sure what to do with these. Maybe just trace around them a little. Some corners in there, pretty light. kind of experimenting with that bit of fallen railing. Like, you know, can we do something to really accentuate it there? You know, if we give it like high contrast with the floor surface and itself, can we bring it out, you know, make it look bigger than it is or something, or just draw the eye more than you might expect. Same with this. I'm already quite liking the effect that's had on the whole thing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to throwing some colour on it now. I'll pause the video and pick up in a bit. So a little update on where we are right now. I've done the front door, or the back door. A little bit uneven over there, can maybe touch that up a bit. I've also done one of the top decks up here. Try to give a lot of contrast to this stuff that's sitting on deck, you know, just so that it'll hopefully pop out a little bit more. I even gave the sort of helipad sort of landing markings a bit of definition as well, just to also help bring them out. There's some straight lines here and also straight lines here. What I've noticed, and I think I remember seeing another video of someone who does terrain, it's a lot easier to airbrush straight lines from on the horizontal than it is on the vertical. In my experience, if I'm doing vertical, it's like, but horizontal, you can get some, well, I've only done like, what, 4 straight lines, so let's have a go at doing one here on the camera. Pressure's on. I think I've just turned up that, so let me just... I'll just warm up a little with this and very uneven, so I mean, we're going to do things to what's the word, tidy that up and bring some of that detail back, so I'm not losing any sleep over that. In fact, I'm not losing any sleep over any of it, to be honest. I think that's kind of an important part of this, is to enjoy it, and if you don't get something right, then learn from it, don't do it next time. I try to be fairly zen with like most of my hobbies, including this one. Some of that scarification, give that a bit of just more prominence. Not sure how to do that lettering, so I've just left it. Trying to break up some of that at the foot of these, give some shadowing. If you see what I mean by the wobbly line there, I mean I can break it up again just with some of that, but you can see how it gets a bit wobblier when you do up and down. Okay, they were pretty good, I think. Practice. Cool. I mean, like this, along with most arts, you know, I've worked with artists in the past, and they all kind of agree that no one's really born with it. You've just got to persevere. And, you know, I'm not saying that I'm like particularly good at this or anything, but hopefully through perseverance I'm improving. And then we'll make some good ones one day. Bit of random, just, you know, breaking up the form of that big white area. For the sheet, not sure what I'm going to do there. Maybe the same as I've done here. Just try and get that right in there. Unless some... It's blocked. Typical. Just try and shade that a bit, just to bring it out. And also, I don't know if you remember, but we did a fold. We did a fold on it. It's kind of there. So I might do something to accentuate that fold a bit. Definitely get the shade under there, underneath a bit. So that fold is... I should probably go away from the bit that I want to be light. It's definitely brought it out more. Whether it's going to be a good move or not remains to be seen. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and... oh, hello. I forgot about this door in here. This should be interesting. So let's have a go at this. Hope I can shoot it. So if I keep it there, it looks like it's visible to the camera. I'll do it like that. Like that's probably better. Yeah. It's looking okay, isn't it? Under that. I find the air compressor's noise quite funny. It's like I'm a little gremlin, just gurgling away. Whoops, that's fine. Get some shading under there, where we're not going to be seeing much of. Some shading in the corner. Am I running out of paint? Cool, that's done. Onto the front door. I'll do that and then come back. So I've just happened upon a pretty good technique, I think. That certainly seems a bit more consistent, rather than just doing like stroke, stroke, stroke as I was before. If you kind of have a shape where it's possible to do continuous lines, you can actually just keep it on and stay on the piece. So gradually build up that shape. What it does means is you get a lot of time spent in the corners though, so you can see those 4 dots where it's actually disproportionately shaded, same here, but we can get rid of that, no problem. So pre-shading is done, or at least I think it is. I'm kind of done with it in my mind. Oops. There's your anybody home door. There's your top surfaces, like sort of landing pads. I've done different things with the lettering just to see what comes out. I'm probably going to rust effect the whole thing, and then instead of doing one solid color, excuse me, like I did with this piece, so you know, like where it was meant to look like it was once painted blue, I'm going to do the appropriate colors, so yellow and black stripes, maybe the red on the lettering, oops, maybe some black on the pad with some white paint on there. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I'll probably go for. Maybe just have these straight metal, or maybe have like a red band there, and oops, some like earthy color there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might just kind of make it up as I go along, as I often do. Yeah. So another kind of different thing that I'm gonna try and do here. I want to give, instead of hitting it with the orange rust so it seeps in everywhere now, I want to just build up a few different colors on it right now, just so that it gives an added level of kind of character to the paint that, just an added level of character to the surfaces rather than just straight orangey. So it's going to be quite subtle. I'm going to turn this way up, turn the pressure up. But yeah, I'm just going to add some kind of tan. I mean, you can hardly even see it, to be honest, but it might come out a bit. You can maybe see it on the front, maybe not. I don't know. First of all, some tan, and then very lightly with some brown. I think I'm even just gonna not even wash out that tan. I'm just gonna go ahead and let these colors blend in the pot. See, it's starting to come through there. This will be a lot more visible. So there will be. You can wash it like that. I'm starting to clog a little. Maybe there's not enough in there for it to really take. So, yeah, just I'm saying, just give it the opportunity to have different areas of character, you know. And some of it will get covered, some of it won't. I really don't mind. I just want to break it up a bit and get it starting to look like it's been forgotten for a long time by whoever. Maybe not by whoever's living in there. I'm gonna have to do something to bring a bit of story there. Should I put some red on, do you think? Just like YOLO some red on? Who knows? There's no right answers. There are definitely some wrong answers. So, yeah. Give that rag a bit of a ragamuffin. Should have probably done that with a brush, so I wouldn't have got all that. But hey, I was in the moment. I'm sure we can fix it. Alright, there you go. Next I'm going to just hit it with some orange, just to get that looking insanely rusty. Yeah, that'll be the next stage and it will look absolutely bonkers. Okay, so next stage is just to hit it with loads of thinned down Jacaro orange. I'm going to just get loads of thinner in there and then loads of paint in there. And we are going to see what happens. I've nearly used an entire pot of Jacaro orange so far on doing rust projects that have been quite a bit smaller than this. So I might have to just take it a smidge easy if I can. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but okay, here we go. Move the paint out the way so I don't get it everywhere. An absolute moment of faith coming up. Leap of faith. Paint the whole thing orange. If you look there, it's starting to take some, is it starting to take into the cracks or something? Sorry, I'm putting it in the wrong place. It looks like it's starting to flow into some cracks that weren't there before. Certainly weren't visible to me before. I mean, it looks cool. It's totally unexpected, but that looks cool. No idea how I did that or how I'd replicate it, to be honest. But yeah, I'll take it. So I've done probably a third of it, and to be honest, that's not too bad. Could have done with a bit more up here. Okay, a bit more thinner and a bit more paint. So here it is, orange. Still a bit wet in places, so you'll see some shine. That's how it's looking right now with the rust, most of the rust on. Making it kind of deliberately watery is good because it makes it go into the recesses a bit. That's with the laser cuts being very deep, that hasn't happened as much. I wanted a bit more of this sort of bright orange pooling that you see at the bottom there, but you know, it's still going to be fine, I think. So oh, I forgot to paint that panel, didn't I? Typical. I'll get that later. But yeah, it's looking fine and looking ready for the next stage, which is what we'll do next. You can probably see a bit more areas that I haven't painted on the phone when I'm looking at the video. It looks different here. You can see more whites on the video than you can here with the eye, but yeah. So next step